and it's just not getting any better. AC's on full blast, blowing 87, and wife says it's just not going to cut it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We have what will hopefully be a quick and easy fix today on the 2009 Range Rover. Had the issue that it is not blowing cold on all sides with the AC or in the back. So yeah, I mean, you can see as of now AC is on full blast, blowing 87. We switch it to the driver's side, it's definitely blowing considerably cooler. Starting to slow down. .4. Alright, looks like it's about 66 degrees on driver's side. Passenger side was in the mid 80s. And you'll find, I don't know if we're having, these have a blender switch here. I was told it could be that issue, but one thing I definitely wanted to try first was just refilling the Freon. Having the same issue on the rear climate zone as the passenger side, and that it is just not blowing very cold. As always, working on the vehicle, set it to access height. It's a little bit easier to get in and out of. And it is a scorcher today. It's supposed to be 100 degrees, so we'll come down here to the front. We have our high pressure side for your air conditioning. Today we're going to be recharging the low pressure side, just down here. If you have an American spec with the 4.4 liter Jag V8, that is where that should be, is your low pressure side is just behind there. I don't know where it's at, if you have the 4.2 supercharged or how similar it is, but I imagine it can't be too much different. But what we're going to do is try and see if that is low on fluid. See if that's low on fluid like I hope it is, and then see how easy of a fix it is to charge that up. Got our handy dandy Amazon kit. Screw onto the valve top. Make sure it's shut first, otherwise you'll just dump all your fluid. So screw that in, you'll feel it hit a stopper. Make sure it is shut first, otherwise it will just obviously spray everywhere, get all over you. What I'm doing here is I unscrewed that low pressure side. Make sure not to lose your cap. That just clicks on. You'll see there, says we are not low but not full, which, I mean, like I said, we're getting some cold air on the driver's side, but nothing too great. So what we're going to do is go ahead and try and top that off a little bit. We'll see we're added. It's kind of hard to use this gauge completely accurately, but seeing where we can get it to. It should be open now. when we started, it was on inside the full section, but just below the 40 there, you know, right about mid-size of what it's considering full. So we're gonna go around and check and see what that topped off, if we're getting anything better inside the cab for cool air. So, at 65 there. It's still not very cool. So, I mean, you can see it is currently 94 degrees outside, so I mean, it is hot. '76 is definitely cooler than 94, but I don't know. I'd like to see that get colder still yet. Well, it's not really the answer I was looking for because it is reading that it is full. So according to that, we are now reading slightly above full. That's definitely coming down. So we're at 70 point, you know, we might drop into the 60s here. It's definitely cooler. And like I said, remind you that it is now 95, the car says. It's hot. See if we're getting it. I mean, that's really where I'd like it to see. We're low 60s on the driver's side. Yeah, low 60s on the driver's side. Now, let's see what it gives me for ambient. I mean, the ambient temperature it's climbing quick. I mean, it's shooting up into the 80s just like that. So here's that inside these upper vents. I find they run a little bit cooler than the passenger side, almost like they're on the same thing as the driver's, but not quite as good still. Dropping down to 70. So let's check back up here. I mean, what do you guys think? I'm technically running over full already. I think it's just a situation of we're in the south and it's hot. There's only, you know, if it's going to be 100 degrees, getting 70-degree air is certainly cooler, but it's not ice cold like I'd like. Have somebody let me know if they're finding the same situation, that they think maybe it's just that's what it's going to be, or if I should look into other means of, I don't know, if filling the high side is something that I can do also, or if that's somewhere I have to get that taken. If it is new compressor or something I want to look into. Somebody let me know, you know, if later on you think it's a blender issue, if you think it is some other issue right now, but as of now, it looks like, I mean, we filled the Freon and it's just not getting any better. That's a lot. It did get better. You know, we were sitting mid 80s on what it was blowing before, which is very clearly hot, and now it's in low 70s. I don't know if that's just going to be what it's going to be or what. You know, of course, I'd like it to be blowing ice cold if possible, but somebody let me know.